Hello everyone, welcome to Superman Robotics Club. This is Mr. Will. This video we are gonna learn two-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. First of all, let's take a look at the model and talking about the knowledge. So we have this car. It looks like normal, and let me share with you the basic idea. So for normal car, you might heard about the front wheel drive or FWD or rear wheel drive, RWD, or four wheel drive. So what's the difference? Or 4WD. So normally the car has an engine. In this model, we use a motor instead of engine. The engine power is transferred. Assume this side is front. The engine power is transferred to the front wheel, then that is front wheel drive, FWD. If the engine power is transferred to the rear wheels, then that is a RWD, rear wheel drive. Engine power is transferred four wheels. That is called 4WD. One thing we should mention is that for 4WD, it is not always 4WD. The 4WD is that normally it is driving in a two-wheel mode, and only in the off-road, like on a rock, cross a river, climb the mountain. In that condition, you have to manually, with a lever, old-fashioned car, need to get out of the car and switch a knob to switch from 2WD mode to 4WD mode. So now I power on the motor and drive the car. Now it is in a front wheel drive. So forward, backward, forward, backward. It looks like normal. So why do we need 4WD? So let's see when the car is climbing the hill. Now let's drive forward. You can see only the two front wheel spinning. It cannot climb the high hill because the rear wheel doesn't have the power. Now I switch this lever. Okay, now it is connected. Now let's drive again and drive back. Now you understand why do we need the four-wheel drive. Four-wheel drive in most cases is applied for the off-road car, like a Jeep. Let's take a look at the mechanism. So first of all, this motor's engine power is transferred from this gear train to this gear, and this gear is transferred to the bottom gear here. This gear is connected to the 16-teeth gear through this shaft, transfer the power from 12 to the front wheel. So you can notice that the front and the rear, the gear, the shaft is not connected. So how can we get the rear wheel connected to the power? The secret is hidden here. Inside there's a middle shaft. This motor connects the rubber band or belt, connect the pulley. This pulley is connected with this red connector. So when I switch it, it twists the angle and make this clutch on or clutch off. Now this is the clutch wheel. You can see the difference of the gear. It's a round hole, not a cross hole in the center. So you can imagine if I put this one onto the axle, it can spinning freely, or if it is stopped, the axle can spinning freely. They have no relationship. And this one is connected to the axle. So when I rotate the axle, it will rotate it together. Now you can see on the outside of the wheel, there are some protrusions. And inside of this gear, it has some 4 protrusions. So when I put this one on, this one is slidable. You can slide it to one side or slide it back and slide it this side. So when normal position, they are not connected. So they can both can spinning separately. So if this red wheel is slided, then the protrusion will hook to the gear, so they are gonna spinning together. These are connected. If I switch the red back, now they are not connected, disconnected, and switch in, they are connected. So this is the basic idea of the clutch gear or clutch wheel. Based on this idea, a frame is built. So this lever has a protrusion get involved in the groove. So it can push the wheel to clutch in, clutch out, clutch in, clutch out. Or from this side, you can see it clutch in, clutch out, clutch out. From bottom side, you can see it's clutch in, clutch out. Okay, when it is clutch in, when I spinning this one, this gear connects to the front wheel. When I rotate this one, this gear connects to the rear wheel. So front and rear wheels gears are spinning together. If I clutch off, then only front gear is rotating. So in this way, we can switch the two-wheel drive to four-wheel drive mode, switch on and off. I disassemble simply take the remote off, so you can see this part is a clutch wheel lever, and the clutch wheel is on the bottom. So this lever is connected to this pulley, so the motor can drive it. That's why I can control it clutch on, clutch off. On the bottom side, you can see the clutch on, clutch off. Now if I connect the wheels, and while the car is driving, I can clutch on, clutch off. Look at this wheel and this clutch on. Now all four wheels are spinning. Clutch off. This wheels are stopped. Now we understand the basic idea of the two-wheel drive and four-wheel drive, and also we know it's very useful when we're driving on a highway. We can switch to the two-wheel drive mode. When we get off the road, like the mountain, climb the mountain, rocky way, or slippery snow, cross the river, we can switch on to the four-wheel drive mode. Okay, now is a model building time. Now we separate the car into several units. First is a battery box and a remote receiver, and the clutch gear, control unit motor, drive motor, and this is a power engine units, and the driving base. Okay, now first of all, we are going to build in a driving base. This one. These are the parts to finish the driving base. 7x5 frame 1, 15 unit beam 2, 7 unit beam 3, red one, 5 unit beam yellow 2, 3 unit beam 3, 3x5 right angle 4, 2x4 right angle 2, wheel 4. If you haven't done yet, you get a loose piece like this. You need to connect them together. Just snap them in. Make sure the rubber part it fits the groove perfectly on both sides. 4. This connector, 1. This connector, 5. This connector, 6. 12 unit axle, 2. 7 unit axle, 1. 5 unit axle, 2. 3 unit axle, 2. 3.5 cap axle, 1. 2 unit red axle, 2. This connector, 2. This connector, 2. Sorry, 1. The clutch gear wheel, 1 set. You can put it in. Clutch gear, 1. It's 16 teeth. 16 teeth spur gear, 3. 12 teeth double bevel gear, 4. Half unit bush, 4. Whole unit bush, 1. 3 unit blue pin, 10. Axle blue pin, 2. 2 unit black pin, 20. We start from building a frame. So first of all, with a 15 teeth beam and 3 unit blue pin to put into the second and the fourth hole. And on this side, put on the 2x4 right angle. Connect to the flush to the end, connect to the round hole. On the outside, put on a 3 unit green beam. On this end, we use a 2 blue pin, 3 unit blue pin, connect to the second, third hole, and put on a black pin on the first hole. On the inside, we put on the 3x5 right angle. On the outside, put on the 5 unit straight beam. Now, this is one side of the frame. Now we build the other side with a mirrored pattern. Let's build the clutch gear driving unit. These are the parts for the clutch gear switching lever. Now let's power on and check the clutch gear, power remote controller on also. Okay, the clutch works. Clutch off, clutch on, drive, forward, drive backward. Okay, now the wheel confirmed. So let's do the test. Let's do the test again to see if the four-wheel drive still works. So first, we use the two-wheel drive mode. It can move forward and backward. When I climb uphill, let me adjust the angle. When I climb uphill, go up. Sorry, the front-wheel drive doesn't work. Okay, now let's clutch on. Let's clutch on. Okay, clutch on. Now let's climb the hill. Perfect. Drive down. If I clutch back, clutch down, and drive forward. Sorry, it doesn't work. But on a highway, I can definitely drive easily without the rear wheel to drive. Okay, hope through this model you can understand what is a two-wheel drive and front-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive, and the four-wheel drive. Hope you enjoyed this model and see you next time.